There is nothing. It cannot go anywhere. Already it's collapsing. All the walls around them are collapsing. And very soon, he will be stripped naked. And when a masquerade is stripped naked in the marketplace, it becomes a taboo. It becomes a shame.
If he's powerful, so popular, that he should go and register a political party. Patriotic Nigerians registered PDP. If you go to the list of founding fathers of the party, his name is not there now. Was he a member of the founding fathers? We will suspend him. If he requires expulsion, we will expel him from the party. The FCT minister, Aaron Chukwemeka, Martin Samehule, and co., they have so injured the PDP. They have caused so much pains to members of PDP in this state.
The man who came from the downtrodden to a big height, a man who struggled to become what he is today, do not realize that life is not the way you look at it. Here is a man who started life as a motor park tout and struggled with that motor park tag to read political science University of Port Harcourt. He also struggled with that motor park tout to read law, and we use that as also a means of survival for law school. Here was a man assisted by people to climb to this height. And from chief of staff, he became a minister of state to a continuity minister and also a governor and now a minister. I think he should be contemplated.
Welcome back to Local Journal, my people. Rivers State chiefs don dey blast Wike onto the arrogance and everything wey dey show Rivers people. They tell am say make he allow Rivers people make them rest. Say Rivers State no be Wike property e be. Say all those mouth wey he make say he develop Rivers State. Say he no develop Rivers State anything. Say he carry Rivers State go back. Say most of him projects say na Obiakpo na him do those him projects for. They remind Wike how he rise from humble beginning. Where be say him na Agboro na him be for park. Before God make him become governor of Rivers State. They tell am say power na for God na him be, no for man. They tell him say he suppose they thank God for in life and the achievement where we say he don't achieve today. But the thing where they there be say as in the very greedy, that the reason why he won't collect everything to himself be that. And one I'm say all those ones where we say in the run they go meet Mr. President so that President Tinubu go fit using influence take make similar Fubara compromise at the detriment of Rivers people. Them talk say that one he no go fit work because the president no fit control Rivers State and he no fit tell the Rivers State governor waiting in go do. And on top of that one, then where we shift for inside Rivers State, they carry the matter go court self on behalf of the governor. They talk plenty things inside the video and the last Wike well for inside the video. Then tell Wike make Wike leave Rivers State alone. Then tell and say this power where they see. Say this power now for this world they be. Say this power no go carry and go anywhere at all. And as a matter of fact, every power and all the riches where we say Wike they try accumulate, make it no see one day everybody go leave all these things. Then talk plenty things for inside the video and I go play the video so that we'll watch them together. But before we watch them, if today might be the first time you visit our channel, make you like, make you share and make you subscribe.
The man who came from the downtrodden to a big height, a man who struggled to become what he is today, do not realize that life is not the way you look at it. Here is a man who started life as a motor park tout and struggled with that motor park tag to read political science University of Port Harcourt. He also struggled with that motor park tout to read law, and we use that as also a means of survival for law school. Came back, and by the divine grace of God became a local government chairman. First tenure, second tenure, and became a chief of staff. After all the K-leg saga, all that came with it. Here was a man assisted by people to climb to this height. And from chief of staff, he became a minister of state to a continuity minister and also a governor and now a minister, I think he should be contemplated. Since 1999 till today, he has been fed by government. Since 1999 till today, everything he has is government. He's not the only person in Nigeria. He's not the only person in Rivers State. Neither is he the only Ikwere man. If God has been so faithful to you, one expect that you will honor God, worship God with humility. Our Lord, the Almighty God, distaste pride. This world is not our world. We all came and we are passing through it to a land we don't know how it looks like. And so, when you are privileged, you should appreciate God, thank to God, and do what is right. All the boasting about he will not reconcile with the governor, I think he should surrender. He should surrender and make peace with the governor. Because there is nothing, he cannot go anywhere. Already it's collapsing. All the walls around him are collapsing. And very soon, he will be stripped naked. And when a masquerade is stripped naked in the marketplace, it becomes a taboo. It becomes a shame. I don't want him to be stripped naked in the marketplace. And the best way to save himself is to take advantage of the Pandev resolution by setting up a reconciliatory committee led by a former governor, architect Obong Atta. So that will give him a little bit of cover. Let it be that, oh, Pandev intervene and we make peace. That is the only way he can survive. Because the Rivers people are no longer happy with him. The people of Niger Delta are not also happy with him. And therefore, if the people of Rivers State who clothed them, who dressed the masquerade out of anger, stripped the masquerade in the public, it will not be very nice. So the idea, oh, Mr. President intervened, I want Wike and SIM to realize that Rivers State is not Wike and Rivers State is not SIM. Rivers State was created before some of them were born. And there are several governors that have come and gone. So they will also come and go. So if today you're a governor or you're a former governor and Mr. President now sit down without considering the interests of the state have the right to protest. And that was why the state is telling Mr. President, thank you for intervening, but you don't have the power to give directives to the governor under the 1999 Constitution. Mr. President do not have any power to direct the governor. What Mr. President can do is to consult with the governor and not to direct him. Because they were all elected the same way. They were all elected by the people. Rivers State is a component part of the federation. Mr. President is the head of all the component part of the federation. And so they were all elected the same way, and Rivers State governor has the powers to run the state without being directed by Mr. President. So for Mr. President to give directives that are not in line with the Constitution, the Rivers people have the right to protest. And Wike said, oh, SIM paid people to go to court. I'm here to stand here to say that SIM never paid anybody to go to court. The Rivers elders reacted when we saw that the terms of reconciliations were not in the interest of the state. And on our own, we went to court. I am challenging SIM to tell the world, if he has given the Rivers elders 1 kobo. SIM is even finding it difficult to meet with the Rivers elders. He has never met with the Rivers elders one day till today. He has never given us a grain of rice. Right from when this battle started in 2023 to today. He never delivered Christmas for us. Even though we have former governors who are entitled to state honor. We have the governor, former governor like Ada George. We have Ibi Priestwill. We have Abekali. We have former deputy governor Gabriel Toby. Yet, nothing was given to us, even Christmas, as a group, to say, oh, I appreciate you. He has never met with us as a group to say, let us discuss. So for Wike to accuse him of paying people to go to court is false. It's not right. We went to court to protect the interests of Rivers State. And as I speak to you, our case is the Supreme Court. So SIM did not do anything. It did not sponsor anybody. But the Rivers people decided to say that those terms of agreement or resolutions or directives are not in good terms with Rivers State. And when we are saying this, SIM does not seem to understand. SIM was saying no price is too big for peace. And we told him, what an elder sees, sit down and see. A young man will climb mountain and he will not see. How can Mr. President direct that those who on their own went contrary to the Constitution, Section 109 of the Constitution, to say they have deflected from their party to another party, be taken back? How can Mr. President says those commissioners who have resigned must be reabsorbed? How can Mr. President direct that a budget that has been signed into law should be represented to a assembly that has resigned, has left the House of Assembly, and the legal assembly? So Rivers elders protested, and that was why we went to court, not because SIM paid us to court. But come to the matter itself. It is very obvious that Wike cards are collapsing. It was boasting of local government area. And some of the local government chairmen were openly insulting the governor of Rivers State, indirectly insulting Rivers State, and said they would not leave office. Oh, same as taking the structure. The young man left the structure of APC and PDP and went to an unknown party. And because he has overwhelming support of the Rivers people, he won landslide. Those structures do not work. Let's look at the structure Wike is even talking about. I joined politics in 1979. And at that time, after the election, Okilo won, and Okilo structure came. 83, I contested an election against the NPN. I was UPN. And those structures were there until the coup came, overthrew the government. Then the other judge came. Other judge structure asked people like Dr. Peter Odili, the former governor, Abie Sekibo, Abechi, and Olko. And after the judge, Odili came with the restoration team. I was a member of the restoration team. By the grace of God, I want to tell Rivers people that I stand to be corrected. God used me to make Odili governor. God used me to make Odili governor. Odili is alive. If I'm telling lies, you should say it. And after Odili structure, Abechi came with the do you believe structure. And thereafter Wike came. So which structure is Wike talking about? But all those structures have collapsed because SIM has come to prove that there is God and God rules over the affairs of men. So for me, for the lives of Wike, whom I thought I've learned the craft of politics, having stayed in power for this long, should realize that it's better you surrender, it's better you reconcile, and let there be peace in Rivers State. The Rivers people need peace. Rivers people do not need division. Some persons may have the argument that Wike should not come back, he should go, because Wike ruled like a terror. Wike ruled like an emperor. And since he has ruled and left, since he has underdeveloped River State with his so-called project, Mr. Project that was only Edobiakbo, they don't want him. But all the same, we're all Rivers people. We want everybody to come together. We want all hands to be on deck so that we can develop River State as a united front. So that we can sit down and look at the South-South geopolitical zone. Today, Pandev is moving around to ensure that there's peace in Niger Delta. And have initiated a peace move. They have flown the olive branch. I will appeal to His Excellency Nyesom Wike to take advantage of that olive branch and surrender, make peace with his son, Fubara. Fubara is not ready to fight Wike. He has all the apparatus of office to fight Wike. But he refused to use his executive powers just because of the love. Maybe they have their history and he still respected that history. But Wike should realize that what happened between him and Sim is not new, which I advised him earlier on. Allow the boy to be. Saraki, Olushola Saraki, and the son, what do you call him? Bola Solaki. Bukola Saraki. Had similar issue. But because the father was matured enough, he withdrew and allowed his son to operate. Nobody knew, the world did not know the division between two of them. So Sim should run like a father. I mean, Wike should behave like a father, so that he would not allow the dirty aliens to come out. But he has so handled the matter in the manner that secrets that are not known have all emerged. But nothing is new under the sun. So I appeal to him to change his mind and surrender to wisdom.
In the chat, he accused Governor Fubara of breaking the peace agreement with Tinubu. What do you think of this accusation?
You see, it's unfortunate. Wike was a former governor who ruled like an emperor, does not understand the powers of the governor, even though he was using the power of the governor to oppress people. How do you expect a governor, an executive governor for that matter, an elected governor for that matter, to run an errand? Did Wike run an errand for Buhari? He never did. I have told you that Sim was willing to do whatever Mr. President told him to do. But there are certain things that cannot be done. And we challenge it in the court. Today we're in Supreme Court. The government of River State is different from the people of River State. The government of River State, they are given the authority to administer River State. And in the course of administration of River State, they would not sell River State. So if one man wants to pocket River State, the people of River State will resist. And so Sim has nothing to do. The Rivers people say no, don't present the budget. Because to an illegal assembly, we believe strongly that governance is governed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. President is the president because there's a constitution that says he's the president. Sim is the governor because there's a constitution that says he's the governor. Wike is the minister because there's a law that says, the law says one minister was appointed per state. And if that same law says you cannot leave your party as a member of the House of Assembly or House of Representative or senator to another party, when there are no problems in that party, you automatically vacate your seat. So to Rivers people, those 29 assembly members are not existent. They are no longer members of the House of Assembly. The number of people that remains, even if it's one person that remains, that is the House of Assembly that Rivers people will accept. And so you cannot present a budget to them. And for Sim, it's not another boy, Mr. President. Mr. President did not elect him. Mr. President was elected by a Nigerian. Sim was elected by Rivers people. And so he is accountable answerable to the people of Rivers State and not to anybody else. Mr. President was elected by a Nigerian. Same was elected by Rivers people. And so he is accountable, answerable to the people of Rivers State and not to anybody else. This was the man who was using the media to call himself Mr. Project. This was the minister, governor, who was using the judiciary to oppress the people. This is a governor, who was a governor who think that is next to God. So if today the media is objective and the judiciary is also objective, there is nothing wrong, the media blowing it. If the judiciary is corrupt, the media also have a role to say the media is corrupt, the judiciary is corrupt, with facts. They have to prove it. So if at the end of the day, it's not getting its way, because people are beginning to understand the antics, and the tide is going against him, then it's high time you surrender. Because I've told him tide is against him. By the end of this quarter, the strength he thought he have will collapse. He has lost the local government, despite all the problem he created. The local government are no longer under him. He's now trying to frustrate the local government by ensuring that the allocation is not given to them. He will also lose it. He has tried to seize the allocation of the state. He lost it. He tried as much as possible to see that he hold the grassroots. He has lost it. The House of Assembly members, we believe that at the end of first quarter, second quarter, they will no longer be members of the House of Assembly completely. They are not members even now, but the court will pronounce that they are no longer members of the House of Assembly. As regards his boasting of the Supreme Court, I think the judiciary itself will need to be watchful. The Supreme Court have a duty, have a responsibility to redeem the image of the judiciary. And therefore, Nigerians are watching what the Supreme Court would say. We shall see. If the Supreme Court, which is the highest court of the land, will not follow the law as it is, will base on technicalities, will not interpret the law, will also overrule itself, that those who deflected can still be members of the House of Assembly. Nigerians are watching. But I can still advise him. I strongly believe that the law will take its course. We have faith in the judiciary. The judiciary, no matter what happens, is the hope of the common man. And we believe that the judiciary of Nigeria, particularly the Supreme Court, will interpret the law the way it should be interpreted, irrespective of the influence of one man or two or governor or president. The Supreme Court is the Supreme Court of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the law, as it is, must be properly interpreted, and we will all appreciate it, and Nigerians will be happy. Because Nigerians are fed up with what is going on in River State. Nigerians are tired.
Wike accused Fubara of seizing the salaries of 27 assembly members and failing to present the state budget to them. What's the tip?
You see, that was his original plan. But he failed. As I have told you, the Nigerians before, that God made Wike to make mistakes. And those mistakes he has made are irreversible. By encouraging the assembly members to deflect from PDP to APC and losing their right, their power, or thinking that because they went to APC, APC is above the law of the land. We have seen PDP rule for 16 years. So APC is just ruling for maybe about 10 years. And if PDP can go, APC may also go. So they cannot above the law. So if they have defaulted the law must take its course. And as a governor, you need to preserve the law. He's sworn on the oath to make sure he works with the Constitution. He obeys the law, he preserves the law. And so if Mr. Governor refused to pay the assembly members, whom he boasted to pay, he boasted to give them houses, he boasted to give them money and everything, that's what he to give them. River State money is for legitimate House of Assembly. May I use the opportunity to call INEC once again to please visit the issue of 27 assembly members and conduct a fresh election for that seat, so that we can have legitimate House of Assembly members that will end a prescribed law, not those who have left office. Why didn't he insist that those commissioners that resigned, who went back and also resigned, should be paid? And that built the house for Peter Odili. You, as a governor, look at the mansions you are building, you are showing affluence. This is unprecedented in this River State, where a former governor will show this affluence. Forgetting that after you are after power, government can go after you. Government after government can go after you. So you should be careful. You should be careful the way you tread. Otherwise, this world, the Calabar man says to Makiri, the world is deep. The world is not flat. They say the world is spherical. And if the world is spherical, then it's deeper than what we see. So he should not see himself, his own environment as the world. The world is deeper. He should tread carefully before he push himself into where he would not expect. Fubara is ready for peace. Fubara is ready for reconciliation. Fubara is ready to fight. It is only Wike and those who are sucking him dry, those courtiers, those psychopaths around him, are only the people who are worried themselves. If Wike pick his phone and call Fubara, hey, I'm sorry, let us make peace. Fubara is willing. And will give him his position. Even the Rivers people will not be happy that they have brought back the demon to the administration of the state. But Fubara is ready to give it to him. So Wike should take the olive tree, the olive branch from Pandef, and make peace. Let him surrender. Let him leave pride. Pride will take him nowhere. We have seen people who are proud. Nebuchadnezzar was very powerful. But when the hand of God touched him, he stripped himself naked and went to the bush for 7 years and behaved like the animals. We have seen powerful governors today where a day. We have seen powerful presidents today where a day. This world all over is not our own. This is maybe before they were born, before Wike was born, or before Sem was born, Sem Reeve prophesied. The Bible has been there telling us about this world we are in. Wike should take advantage of this advice, cover himself with Pandef, and get himself, buy himself honor. Otherwise, the way it's going, he will completely destroy himself. Like I said, anybody who is close to Sem will tell you, Sem is not ready to fight. Sem is not ready to fight. He's only defending himself. He has not gone to court as a governor of River State that he wants to fight Wike. He's just laughing. He's not a talker. He's not a noisemaker. He's a silent operator. But I think he wants peace. And that is why he has not even applied 10% of his executive powers. Otherwise, Wike cannot enter River State. If Sem is in the place of Wike, or if Wike is in the same place of Sem, if Wike is the governor, and somebody behave this way to him, the person will not enter River State. But Sem is the peaceful person. When Wike do all the abracadabra boasting, he laughed. And they allow him to do whatever he wants to do. But the party making noise, oh, we want to be this, we want to be that. All the things he boasted. He boasted of 2027. We are in 2025. You are boasting 2004. By 2025, you see the cards are collapsing. Do you know what will happen in 2026? Do we know how many of us will be alive 2026 to 2027? We should forget all this and come back to make peace and move on. That is the way I feel we can resolve the crisis.